Hello students, today's discussion topic is the plain region of Assam. The plain region of Assam is outcome of agglutinational processes of master streams, tributaries and sub-tributaries, some of which are rain-fed, some are snow-fed, and some received water from both the sources. That means the Assam plain region mainly formed by the depositional activity, and this depositional activity done by the river Brahmaputra and their tributaries, and also the Barak and their tributaries. Okay, and these rivers mainly feed from rainwater and snow water. Mainly the Brahmaputra river feeding their water from snow, melting snow and rainwater. Okay, but Barak river feed their water from rainwater. তো এটা গম পাইছা যেটো আমাৰ ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ আৰু বৰাক যেটো প্লেন ৰিজন সেইটো মেইনলি ডিপজিশ্যন এক্টিভিটি থ্ৰুৱেদি ফৰ্মেশ্যন হৈছে, আৰু ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ আৰু বৰাক তাৰ যিখিনি ট্ৰিবিউটৰিজ আছে তাৰ ডিপজিশ্যনৰ থ্ৰুৱেদি এই প্লেন এৰিয়াটো ফৰ্মেশ্যন হৈছে। আৰু ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ আৰু তাৰ যিখিনি ট্ৰিবিউটৰিজ তাহাঁতি যিটো ৱাটাৰটো জেনেৰেলি ৱাটাৰ যিটো চ'ৰ্চ হয় সেইটো মেইনলি তাহাঁতি পায় ৰেইন ৱাটাৰ আৰু স্ন' মেল্টিং ৱাটাৰ, বাট বৰাক ৰিভাৰে অকল ৰেইন ৱাটাৰহে তাত পায়। ঠিক আছে। The plain region of Assam can be subdivided into two regions. The Boreal Range divided the Brahmaputra Valley region from Barak Valley region. The Barak Valley also known as Surma Valley. Okay, this portion is called Brahmaputra Valley. This area is called Brahmaputra Valley, and this area is called Barak Valley. The Boreal Mountain Range divide Brahmaputra Valley and Barak Valley. Okay. Number 1, Brahmaputra Valley region or Brahmaputra plain. The Brahmaputra plain is largest among the plains of northeast. Brahmaputra plain is the largest plain of northeast India, and it is mainly extending from Lohit plain to near Sodia in the east to the Sunkus plain in the western margin of the state. That means the Brahmaputra plain mainly extending from Sodia to Dhuburi. That means in from Lohit river to Sunkus river, from this part to this part. Okay, and the total length of Brahmaputra plain is about 720 km from west to east, and average wide means from north to south. Average wide is about 20 to 100 km. 20 to 100 km average wide. In some parts, the plain is about 80 meter wide. Then height. The average height of the plain is about 174 meter from mean sea level. 174 meter from mean sea level. And in Sodia it is about 58 meter. In Guwahati, 174 meter not average height. 174 meter height is in Sodia. Okay, in Sodia 174 meter height in this part. Then in Guwahati height is about 58 meter. Then in Bangladesh border it is 30 meter. Okay, from mean sea level. That means to a portion to ki hoy height to besi ase. The height is high in this portion and low in this area. Okay, so average height in Sodia is about 174 meter, then 58 meter near Guwahati and 30 meter near Bangladesh border. Then gradient means, for example, gradient angle. Okay, gradient or angle. Gradient is about 13 centimeter. Generally gradient measure in degree, but in this chapter gradient measure in centimeter. Okay, the average gradient of the entire plane is 13 centimeter per kilometer. 13 centimeter average gradient means angle. Average angle of the plane is about 13 cm for entire plane region. And from Saudia to Dhamsuri Mukh, the Brahmaputra plain has a gradient 17 centimeter. From Pavitra National Park near Guwahati and Indo-Bangladesh border line, the gradient is only 11 centimeter. The northern margin of the Brahmaputra plain almost straight and in stresses, while the southern margin is curved one, and to the west of Jakholabandha there is a rise of several hillocks and hills besides many wetlands scattered in this region. Okay, from this part is almost that means the northern margin of Brahmaputra is the almost straight. This area almost straight, but southern margin is curved, and to west of Jakholabandha there is several numbers of hills and hillocks besides many wetlands scattered in this region. But this southern margin, this is south. This is southern margin. Southern margin is not straight. Okay, and there are different types of hills and hillocks are present in this region. The Brahmaputra plain is considered as one of the regions having a highest drainage frequency in the world. There are 57 northern tributaries and 32 numbers tributaries from the south carrying boulders, pebbles, cobbles, sand, sleet, soils have formed fertile plains. That means the tributaries of Brahmaputra in northern bank 57. There are 57 numbers of tributaries present in northern bank, and there are 32 numbers of tributaries present in southern bank. Okay, and these tributaries mainly carry different types of rocks such as boulders, pebbles, cobbles, sand, sleet, soil, and they form the fertile plain which is called Brahmaputra. The shorelands on either sides of the main channels and riverine islands and mid-channels bars are the major part of the plain. Generally, shoreland mainly from this Brahmaputra river in middle portion, also in bank area. Shorelands or riverine islands is the one smallest island. Okay, this island mainly formed by the deposition of the river. So এটা যেটো আইল্যান্ডে হয় স্মল হয় ঠিক আছে জেনাৰেলি এইখিনি ডিসএপিয়াৰ হৈ যাব পাৰে পাৰ্মানেন্ট নহয় আৰু shorelands and riverine islands are not permanent. Okay, and these islands mainly forms riverine islands and shorelands mainly forms by the deposition of the river. So generally এইখিনি deposition activity through the formation হয় riverine or mid channels যিখিনি বাৰ্ডছ আছে তো ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ ৰিভাৰ টোটেল 540 নাম্বাৰছ অফ ৰিভাৰাইন আইলেণ্ডছ প্ৰেজেণ্ট আছে আৰু সেইখিনি জেনেৰেলি কি হয় ফাৰ্টাইল হয় আৰু তাত সেটেলমেণ্টো আছে কিছুমান ৰিভাৰাইন আইলেণ্ডছত সম অফ দিছ আৰ এবভ দি হায়েষ্ট ফ্লাড লেভেল এণ্ড সম annually denuded by flood. তো এইটো ডিসএপিয়াৰ হৈ যাব পাৰে ফ্লাডৰ কাৰণে these areas are mostly congenial for rabi crops cultivation. In the northern part of Brahmaputra Valley, especially on the foothill zone from Mukong Seleng mainly present in this area. Okay, from Mukong Seleng to Sungos. this foothill zone, sorry, this area. Mukong Seleng, Junai to Sunkus in the western margin lies a narrow fertile belt called Bhabar Tarai zone. Bhabar Tarai zone is a narrow fertile belt. Okay, I'll show you. This red color line mainly shows the Bhabar Tarai belt. Okay, this area called Bhabar Tarai belt. Generally, the Indian plain region divide into three major regions from north to south. This part is north. Also, the Brahmaputra plain region can be divided from north to south in three parallel regions. The northern region is called Bhabar. Then next region, okay, next, this purple color line shows the next region. Next, second region is called Tarai. Okay, and this yellow color line mainly shows the third region. Third part is called plain region or fertile plain, and fertile plain can be also divided into two parts, Bhangar and Khadar. This red area is called Bhabar zone. Then purple color area is called Tarai zone, and next area is called fertile plain region. And fertile plain region can be divided into two parts, Bhangar and Khadar. Okay, the strip is composed older alluvium called alluvial fans and composed mainly of sands and pebbles. And this Bhabar Tarai zone mainly composed older alluvial or alluvium, and mainly composed by the sands and pebbles. Okay, that means this area mainly formed by the deposition of sands and pebbles. Pebbles, one types of rocks. The strips in previous growth and the water generally percolate down the surface, drainage carrying down the materials and deposited here due to abrupt fall of slope between the foothills and the plains. And though যিখিনি river yet flow হয়, তো সেই ৰিভাৰবোৰ মেইনলি ডিসএপিয়াৰ হয় এই ভাবৰ টৰাই জোনত, ঠিক আছে। দেন ৰিএপিয়াৰ হয় এলুভিয়েল যেটো সৰি ভাবৰ জোনত আহি পিনি ডিসএপিয়াৰ হয়, দেন টৰাই জোনত ৰিএপিয়াৰ হয়, ঠিক আছে। তো ইয়াত এক্সাক্টটো দিয়া নাই। The drainage carrying down the materials are deposited here due to abrupt. Mainly the drainage deposited their deposition in Bhabar zone, and then they disappear in Bhabar zone, and they also reappear in Tarai zone. Okay, the red area is called Bhabar, then Tarai, then next area is called alluvial plain. Okay, then the Bhabar Tarai zone gradually merges with relatively high and compact ground called built-up zone, which the mighty King Narnayan constructed the Gohai Kamalali, Coast Bihar to Narnayanpur. And this part is not from geography, and this line mainly from history part. Okay, this alluvial plain zone is high altitude zone. Okay, the Bhabar Tarai zone gradually merges with a relatively high and compact ground called built-up zone, and this part is also called built-up zone. And the mighty King Narnayan constructed Gohai Kamalali from Coast Bihar to Narnayanpur. Okay, Narnayanpur mainly present in Lakhimpur district. The British call it North Trunk Road. The national highway and the railway tracks from Srirampur to Mukong Seleng pass through this tract. The built-up zone merges to towards the south with the Brahmaputra floodplain zone. In the south bank, such floodplains are limited in their area and confined to the immediate bank of Brahmaputra. So I will discuss this topic in next class. For today, thank you.